back to basics, right? So I'm here, I set my cuff grip, set my collar grip. I'm going to raise my hips up. I'm going to pull him in. One thing I noticed on Tuesday when we were working on our arm bars, a lot of you guys have a large focus on pulling him in with your hands, but no effort with your legs. So when I'm here and I'm pulling Gavin in, it's not just hands pulling him in. I'm pulling my knees to my chest to break his posture. So when I'm here, Gavin's sitting low, it's not just me pulling my hands in. It's going to work to an effect. But when I'm here, I'm pulling everything in. Knees, feet, everything pulls him in. That helps break down that posture. Now, once I'm here, I'm going to start walking my feet up the back. As we talked about Tuesday, cutting that angle to where I'm off at this 45 for this arm bar. Once we're here, I'm going to attach the arm to my chest, hopefully with thumb up. Realize if his thumb's pointing a weird direction, you can always rotate that and put it where you need it to be. I love grabbing that wrist as a secure point and being able to put it where I want it. Once I'm here, I push his face away, put his neck in the pin of my knee, hammering my heels down, pinching my knees. Once I'm here, the arm's attached to my chest, I raise my hips, finish the arm bar. Like I said, the big things from Tuesday I want to see us adjusting is, we're not just like, oh, he's going to let me pull his arm and his head down, and that's going to work perfectly with just my arms from a bad position. You're not very strong in this position, so you got to use all of you to get it where you want it and get that angle cut. Once we're here, we attach this. I push the face away, hammer my heels down, pinch the knees. And remember, we don't pull the lever, we attach it to our chest, raise our hips. Questions on this?
Why you laughing, bro? Why smiling?
White belts, I want you to keep working on that. Blue belts and up. We're here, we walk up. I get to this diamond guard position. I push the face. My outside hand, so the hand that's away from his body, is going to switch to the wrist. Inside hand's going to come for the scoop. We're going to go here. I'm going to raise my hips, hold this hand down. Double arm lock, because sometimes in life you need new innings. This is a great way to get some. So when we're here, you're pinching this elbow in, driving this knee up, pulling this hand down. Like we would traditionally finish this arm bar, but you're attacking double. Because the benefit is, if one of these slips out, like let's say he slips this hand out, you just attack this one. Let's say I'm in this position and he starts to defend with this top side arm, great, I can just attack the bottom. The benefit of this position is it allows you to hit both of these arm bars at the same time. Questions on that? Careful with your friends. Pull slowly. Be looking for the flailing hand that's going to be trying to tap. And guy who's in the move, if you can't tap them in an effective manner, remember you can talk still. Make sure we're not just yanking this stuff off. Questions on this? On the arm bar or the double attack position? Yep, arm bar again. So we're here. Boom. I'm here. I pull everything across, walk my feet up. Boom. We get to this position here where my foot's over his shoulder, my feet are closed. I push his face away, hammer my heel down, pinch my knees, attack the arm. Any other questions on this? No? Alrighty, 1, 2, 3. So I'm here, Mr. Troyer. Good things are happening, right? So boom, I pull in, I walk my feet up, I get to this diamond guard position. Let's say, for all intents and purposes, Gavin doesn't suck at jiu-jitsu. So he's going to realize, oh shit, bad things are happening to this hand. Let's escape it. So he's going to try to start wiggling it out or making it to where I can't hit this arm bar face. It's great. All we're going to do, raise our hips, help that hand out, pull the other arm all the way across. All right. Now, once we're here, a couple details that are very important that we still messed up on Tuesday. This hand doesn't grab my foot, doesn't grab my ankle. it grabs the piece of shin directly behind this ear. Here. And when I'm here, I'm tight and pulling this shin down. Because if Gavin goes to move right now, I'm just attached. Great, you can do whatever you want, but I'm here for you. We're not going nowhere. Now, when we're cutting this angle, this foot posts to the hip or to the thigh. It does not go to the mat. Because the second I'm here and I post this foot on the mat, you're in half butterfly bullshit guard now, and that does not work. Not hitting anything from here. So I'm here, I put this foot to the hip, and I cut my angle so that my shin runs parallel with his shoulder line. So these should be two straight lines across. Once we're here, I pass this leg over, and I'm not locking on my foot. A lot of us lock on our foot, and you're like, why does my ankle hurt after I triangle people? Because you're sucking a triangle. When I'm here, I lock my ankle in and flex this foot up. Couple things that does. One, naturally makes the triangle tighter. Two, flexes my calf, which forces his head down that little bit. And gives it a more solid base if he tries to posture up. So when I'm here, something I like to do is I like to use my thigh to help pinch up this arm a little bit more. Let Gavin breathe for a second, because I like him and I don't want him to pass out on video. While funny, seems me. I'm here. I'm anchoring this foot up, hammering this foot not just down, but away. So when I go to close this triangle, I drive that in as far as I can and lock that in. A lot of people just reach up and they're like, oh, I'll lock on my foot. Look at how much more space that is. Like I can see Carolyn perfectly. Versus here. Lot smaller hole. There is Carolyn. That's the goal, is to make that little triangle as small as possible. So when I'm here in this Troyer, I'm in this triangle, boom, the goal is to make that hole as small as possible so that he gets that great, oh my god, I'm gonna die face. It's always my goal. Questions on this triangle? We're here, same arm bar. Oh, good things are happening to you. Gavin doesn't suck. Oh, I'm trying to help it. Oh, just get out of here. Pass that down, grab my shin bone here. Cut my angle, get off to that 45 to where my shin is straight across his neck. Hammer my thigh in, tighten up that triangle.
Just a question on a small detail. When you're throwing his hand out, you're also bringing it at the same time.
Yes.
Is that what you're wanting to do, or is
Ideally, yes. It may be a two-piece motion. So like if I'm here, I get this arm out. In an ideal world, you then pass this arm. In the real world that we all probably live in, he's probably going to start to realize bad things are happening, and you're probably going to have to dig for that arm to get over. But most guys are going to do one of two things. They're going to hammer this elbow in and try to just start holding here, or they're going to tuck their arm. Either one. You can go digging for it and find it.
I just didn't know how much of that gap you wanted to leave. How long you wanted that gap to leave.
Well, the second his arm escapes, that gap closes down pretty quickly. So when I'm here and it's not working, here, as soon as I'm here, even if he's here, I can close that down. Hold my feet and my knees down, I can get that closed off. So then get that across. Questions on this?
Is there ever a world where you can transition this into an arm bar? If it's not, if the triangle's not.
Want to hear a fun story? Blue belt's enough! Boom, I'm here, right? I get to the triangle, good things are happening. You have a couple options. Option one that I'm going to do, and I'm going to loosen this so that Gavin doesn't die. I like Gavin most days. Option one, you already should be scooping on this side to cut an angle, whether it's under the arm or under the knee. All you have to do at that point then is scoop this arm up. You have the reverse arm lock. It's option one. But we're going to assume that Gavin can defend a triangle a little bit, right? He's going to start to posture, start to tuck this hand. It's great. All we're going to do, this hand's going to go to the outside of his elbow. This hand's going to go to the front of his wrist. I'm going to pull my knees in, but shift them over to the opposite side of my triangle. Warlock. For blue belts now.
Now, sorry, back here. Were you just gonna You're not gonna transition all the way through to the nose or anything. You're just gonna hit that off the knee.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it off the knee because what I'm wanting here, so I'm in, right? I get here, boom, he realizes bad things are happening. I'm trying to hit this triangle. Let's say I even get a half-ass triangle locked. All I'm gonna do is come here.
Like reverse Kimura grip almost.
Yeah, that
Something.
because it's just a modded out Kimura.
Gotcha.
Because all we're doing is pulling this elbow in and down.
Gotcha.
Then we're
It's
going
gotta
police
work around the
brutality,
leg.
wrist to his neck.
Gotcha.
And if we're here, I mean, obviously you can always give him a little wrist lock for his love. But yeah, you're attacking that just as a modded out Kimura. You're not fully transitioning. If they roll, you follow it, take the mounted triangle, you know, count your blessings and move on. But for the most part, I'm just transitioning from, you know, I'm here trying to lock this up. It's not working. I'm just going to go to this knee almost to the mat and attack. Because one of two things are going to happen. One, there's going to be enough pressure on here that he's going to start running out of air, which is nice. Or I can hit this. Either one, I'm perfectly fine. Questions on either part of that? White belt's just hitting the traditional triangle. Blue belt's and up, hitting that triangle into the modern. One more time. So you get to hit, you get to feel the full force. So I'm here, I pull him in, right? Boom, I get myself up. I don't like what's happening. I push that arm out. I then trap his arm across, grab that shin bone. Once I'm here, I cut my angle off where I'm straight across. Cover that over, drive that foot out and squeeze. While I'm yes, you want to have, because here's the thing, think about it this way. If I'm in this position here and I'm straight in front of him, right? And I just let go here and go to turn, what's holding him in? Nothing. I just gave him a pass at worst. At best, I gave him a pass, if not some uncivilized footwork. So when I'm here, this is what keeps me secure and keeps him in that triangle position, is this lock here. I can offer him whatever I want right now. He can buck and move, go crazy. But I'm secure here, and I can finish.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but when he cuts his angle, his hips never really scoot out from under him. When he cuts his angle, he's literally just spinning on it.
Yeah, you're not cutting out and away from them. You're just rotating underneath them. Guys, the more you realize that jiu-jitsu is all about being able to rotate on the small of your back, like a bad breakdancer, that is an invaluable skill in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you have to stay round. You can't be flat back.
You know, we've talked about if you're flat and wrong, that's why you want to be on the side. That's when you want to be curled up, because I want to be able to rotate across the small of my back to be able to do more motion. Yeah, work. All right. Other questions on this? Anyone want to see another one, just super tight one, right? Just kidding. 1, 2, 3. Good things are happening. I'm attacking, right? So, good things are happening. I get up here though, and let's say Gavin doesn't suck at jiu-jitsu, right? So he escapes this hand. So let's assume I go for the triangle. It's just not working. It's not there for me. I try all the fun magic tricks that I've taught you guys, but it's just not working. All we're gonna do is we're gonna push that face. I'm gonna rotate this foot in front. As we do, I'm gonna bring my other leg out and cross my feet. While we're doing this, my inside hand is controlling either the wrist or the elbow. My feet come out, I hammer them down. Hammering my feet down, equal and opposite reactions. Equal and opposite reactions. As my feet come down, my head comes up. Right? Good thing. I get here, I'm going to scoop his hip, because I don't want Mr. Troyer forward rolling and getting out of this. Now, once we're here, I like to pull up at the wrist. Some people will scoop at the elbow. I don't care. Grab something and keep this elbow in place. I scoop my hips away and flatten Mr. Troyer out. Once we're here, you switch from hammering your feet down to figure 4 on your legs. Once you're there, I like to reach across, whisper something just slightly perverted into their ear. When you're awake, something fun. And as you're here, you're driving this wrist to the far side here is the goal. So as we're here, I drive up and over these hips. Alright? So I'm here with Mr. Choi. Boom, I walk my feet up. He escapes the arm, and I just don't feel like I can hit the triangle. So we're here. You can grab the belt or the pants if you feel the need to. I like to just scoop this elbow, push the head, sit myself up. As soon as I sit up, I switch hands here. Scoop my hips away. Figure 4. Jesus, and you just say something weird to them because it's fun and it really ruins their day. Because not only did you just tap them, they then have to do the mental gymnastics of what you just said. Alright? Questions on that omoplata?
So I've seen a couple videos where people, as they're scooting out, with, so if you're hitting the omoplata, wrapping around their inside leg to break the down.
So what you're seeing here, this way from here, you're right. So like coming in here and pulling that here. Yeah, and pulling here. Yes, can be effective. Not my favorite thing. If I'm having problems, here's why. Because if I don't transition here to here quickly, you're in the party, you know, so to speak. So I'm more worried about him rolling than I am about breaking him down. Because if I'm here and I start really scooting away from him, even if he doesn't break down initially, it's just that little foot race is going to happen. So not wrong, not right. As in all things jiu-jitsu, a million ways to do it. Not my favorite, preferred, but if you can't get them broken down, you keep scooting, it's not working, you want to reach and block a knee or something, that's not. You just got to be careful with where your hands go. Yes. Post your hand, get your head up. So the two options are forward roll out and in and up. Those are your two options. Basically, you've gotten into the bear trap. The only way out of it is through it. There's not going to be a fun exit at that point.
Probably not a really easy book, but I guess more question about it. If they do roll, like you kind of past the point of no return and they're rolling,
Yeah.
should you look to kind of go for armbar, go for mount? Like what's
Follow
the
it.
easiest?
Take me. So if I'm here for the just for the education, he rolls. Follow it. Start taking the armbar time. You start coming to the top. Because at that point, they've abandoned positional excellence for escaping. So at that point, you retake position, then submitting. Does that make sense? So at that point, I'm going to follow the rule, take into the stupid knee bar position, or the stupid arm bar we've worked, mount, something.
You can roll into the omoplata.
Yeah, you can there's actually a re-roll drill where you can actually do that basically infinite until you run out of mat. But
That's detail where he was catching the elbow there. That'll keep you in those omoplata positions. If you catch that elbow and he rolls or whatever, if you're holding onto that elbow, it's not coming back out. Thighs.
the more control of that elbow you have, the better your life's going to be. Questions on the omoplata? Alright, blue belts now, go away. You get to have some fun today. So I'm here, you just happen to be the right color gi today. So boom. So I'm here, right? I'm attacking the arm bar. Good things happen, but he escapes the arm. Tucks this, and I don't like what's happening. So I come over here, but it doesn't work. He's a big, strong guy, right? He's not going to just let me break him down. So he's going to come here, start posting that hand in, and he's doing exactly what I want. All we're going to do here, if I've decided to abandon the omoplata, I'm going to figure 4, lift my hips, and attach my foot into the far side arm. Once we're here, we're going to scoot our hips away, scoot our hips away. All of our pressure goes to the shoulder, the figure 4 on top of his arm. You're hitting a reverse arm lock and shoulder lock.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Can you do that one more time?
I got you. Don't worry. We're going to hit it a few more times because I can. So we're here, right? I'm in this omoplata. He's a big, strong guy. I don't like where this is at, right? It's hard to get him back down. Here, I'm still going to grab the belt or a foot, whatever I want, but I'm going to figure for my legs. Because a lot of people are here, they're trying to posture up. He's trying to get his head up. I appreciate that, because you're just reaching that foot through to the far side and extending. My hands then, as long as his elbow's still where I need it, I may need to adjust. Hands go to the mat, I set myself up. All the weight and pressure of the world goes straight to this shin right into his arm. I'm going to scoot my hips away, and we're going to be straight arm locking while also crushing his shoulder. If he is uncivilized and does not tap at that point, you hey girl, a wrist lock, let him know, I need enemies, say nice things to my man on the internet, things like that. Right? Basically, it's a modified shoulder lock out of that Omo, which I like quite a bit. Was watching Clark Gracie, is that the one who went viral for the Omoplata Worlds?
I think so.
Yeah, he watched one of his videos and picked this up. So we're here, I reach across, and I'm extending here. Hands come down, and we put pressure in it.
I think I've seen that too.
Yeah. All the pressure's on this shoulder, backing out. Best case scenario, he rolls and you're in an armbar position. But most of the time, that sit-up motion, if you do it right, will ruin his day. He'll be done. But yeah, if you forward roll. I'm in an armbar still. So, questions on that shoulder lock, blue belts enough. Wanted to make sure you guys could all see it. Alright, white belts, do the omoplata, blue belts and up, and that shoulder lock. 1, 2, 3!